Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to Positive Light Tarot. My name is Tracy. I'm so happy that you are here with me today. This is your weekly reading for May 5th to the 11th. So for those of you that are new, I want to welcome you. Those that are returning, I want to thank you so much for joining me again today. Of course, my hope is that this reading resonates with everyone. I know that can be an impossible task because it is a general reading. But you know what, Sagittarius, if you do find that this seems to be connecting with your energies at this time, please let me know in the comments. I do appreciate and value each and every one of your comments. Please like, share, subscribe. I also appreciate all of the support. Most of all, and the most important thing right now, of course, Sagittarius, is your incoming energies. Let's find out what is surrounding you at this time as well, whatever the angels, spirits, and guides would like to share with the beautiful sign Sagittarius. So let's get right into that. Spirit, angels, and guides for the beautiful sign Sagittarius. Incoming energies as we move through the week. What are those incoming energies? We certainly have one card that's come out here. And there we go. And we will also look at your current energies as well. Okay, number 3, spirit, intuition, and manifestation. You know, a lot of us, with feeling that great pull towards our spirituality and really being able to tap in and embrace the gift of intuition. This card coming up in your incoming energies is just another indication of your angels really showing you that this is definitely a gift that you must continue to embrace. I think your intuition is linked to your ability to manifest the things that you want as well. So again, tapping into your gut feeling, to that inner knowing and to the wisdom that you carry within you is really going to help bring those manifestations to light. So a very important message here. Now, number 5, consciousness, a consciousness of lack. We all go through these sort of push and pull moments in our life where we feel like there is something missing. And whether it's money, resources, a job, sometimes it can be a disconnect with personal relationships. And sometimes it's even our own disconnect with our own thought processes, how we want to manifest. Maybe we feel like we're lacking in some sort of area where we want to communicate to the universe what it is we want, but maybe we feel we're lacking in a certain area to be able to do that. But the consciousness of lack, to me, is something that each and every one of us carries, especially if you're somebody who is a high achiever, somebody who sets high intentions, high goals for yourself. I think that this is what pushes us to do our best, to be our best, to give service to others in the best way we possibly can. And it's being able to recognize the areas so that we can, put special attention to them. And I think that the reason that this is coming up is because there is an area of your life that I think you are paying careful attention to. And I think that it's something that's actually going to build more strength for you as well. And then we've got number 7, people, which is the professional assistants. Professional assistants card can certainly be outsourcing people in a professional field to help you maybe where you are lacking in certain areas of your life. But it also can be just people that, want to also assist you to help you achieve your goals as well. So there could be some professional services that you are looking to help give you guidance. Could be spiritual guidance as well. Professional assistance doesn't always have to be somebody who is, is in the workforce or in the business field or in the financial field, although it could be. But it also could be also in the spiritual realm as well, the spiritual field as well. I think that this professional assistance is actually what's going to help you help to not fix, because I don't think that something needs fixing. I don't think that anything is broken. I think it's just a way that we we are interpreting something in our life where we feel that just a piece of something is missing. And I think that when you can figure that out, and if it requires you to rely on some sort of service of someone who wants to help, I think that it's going to make things a lot stronger for you. You are going through a great deal of transformations, number 5 cycle, and we can see that there is a new path. Your back is somewhat turned to the new path. I think that you are preparing yourself for transformations. It's almost as if you can feel that something is in the air, that you can feel that change is circulating around you, and it's just a matter of figuring out what is going to be required on your part to make a smooth transformation. The fragmented energy is the pieces of the puzzles that are missing. That is the consciousness of lack. It's figuring out, I've got all of these puzzle pieces, meaning I've got all these opportunities that are swarming around me. But I'm feeling a little bit of confusion because I don't know how to put these puzzle pieces together. And it could come after some sort of a loss. And again, a loss is going to be a specific thing to each of us, Sagittarius. But this loss is not a deep loss. We're not in deep water. We're not feeling as if we can't get out of it. The waves aren't huge here. They're little. And this is your current energies. There's just a little bit of turbulence around something, and it's not like you can't see the light. It's not like you can't see the sun. And I think the loss has something to do with the fact that you're feeling like there is a piece of the puzzle missing. The loss is the piece, and it's a matter of figuring out where that piece is lacking. And if it requires, again, for you to seek out some help, I think that it's also going to help you manifest the things that you truly want for your life right now, right in the here and now. Transformations, though, and this is a beautiful card to see. We want to see that the cycle is changing. We want to see that transformations are taking place, whether they're small steps forward or whether they're huge, big leaps. The fact is that transformations are going to help put those puzzle pieces together, and that loss that you're feeling isn't going to overtake anything in any way. Your intuition and manifestation card, being the first card, number 3, Spirit, shows that your inner resources are strong and that you have much guidance to help you through this time as well. All right, let's get your 9 cards. We're going to get the 9 tarot cards. These are the messages that are linked with the energies. This will help give us a little bit more understanding as to why these energies are here as well. And then we can put it all together with clarifying cards as well. All right, Sagittarius, let's get your 9 cards. We've got intuition and manifestation. We've got a consciousness of lack and professional assistance. So let's find out what spirit angels and guides would like to share with you as we move through this week. Well, there's definitely something that you are putting an end to, and you have the strength to do it. And I think what you're putting an end to, there's something that certainly is weighing you down and causing some sleepless nights and some anxiety. But I feel like you're ready to let go. Let's see, we got 1, we need 2 more. Everybody is getting the Hermit card this week. I love that we see the Sun card. The Sun is what is going to boost your energy. All right. All right, Sagittarius. Let's take a look and see what is here. With the 10 of Swords in the center of your reading, the center card connects everything together. And, I feel like that it's something, again, there's a loss of some sort, meaning that it's time to move on. It is time to move on. Transformation, the transformational energy that's in your current energies is what is really giving you that push to put something to a close. And really what we want to put to a close is whatever you feel that you are lacking. So again, the sun is starting to rise again, but we have to put some sort of cycle to a close. And when we do that, it helps to release us from that anxiety. All right, let's read out the cards first, and then I'm going to clarify each of them so that we can get a better understanding what each of these cards means. Now, the 3 of Wands really is looking at things from a distance. It's taking your plans. You're ready to put movement with those plans. And, your ships are waiting to come in. It's like, again, you know, we always feel like we are in that mode of having to wait. You know, we hear that so often, you know, things in moderation, balance, divine timing. Yes, we can understand that, but at the same point, we know how incredibly hard we're working towards something. And again, whether that is a financial goals, work, career related goals, spiritual goals, relationship goals, of course, it'll be different for each of you. But the Three of Wands, it's like, yeah, but I keep patiently waiting and I'm waiting. And then after I wait, I keep waiting. And this is why my energy feels so fragmented. Because again, I'm patiently waiting for those ships to come in. So we're going to clarify those and find out a little bit more there. The Queen of Coins is, this is an incredible, strong, mature person. It's feminine energy. Again, there's no gender with the cards, but the Queen of Coins, she's very well thought of. She plans things well. She's methodical in her thinking because she's building a strong, stable base for her life. She is about stability. Her relationships around her, she thrives on that stability as well. She looks at things from a long-term perspective. So again, if it requires hard work, whatever the case may be, she's willing to put in that hard work because she herself feels very much like this is going to provide her with the stability that she is seeking. And I think that this could be what you are striving for. You're looking out into the distance for your ships to come in to bring you the stability. And I think that for some of you, finances have been a little bit of sort of a push and pull as well, because the Five of Coins is feeling a little bit left out in the cold. Maybe, you know, you have been really working diligently towards a financial plan. And along the way, you felt a little bit like, you know, I feel like there's parts of my life financially where I'm just lacking a little bit and I'm not quite sure what it is I need to do to bring that stability into my life. And that's what I'm seeing with this first row here. Now, once we get into the clarifying cards, it's going to give us another layer to this, to these cards as well. But the consciousness of lack for some of you could be in the areas of finance. So the Nine of Swords is the anxiety that is linked to all of it. It's the anxiety of wanting and knowing that you are working and striving hard for certain things in your life, building stronger, better relationships in your life with your friends, with your family, with somebody that you may be in love with. Again, also too, it's you know, it is that sense of you know, wanting something, and it's balancing what you want and what you feel that you're lacking. And that causes that kind of gray area of anxiety. But I think that, again, you know, a lot of the times the Nine of Swords is, you know, it isn't necessarily something that is happening to us. It's almost as if it's our mind just can't seem to shut down. And when our mind keeps going and going and going, it creates that fragmented energy, which then in turn creates the anxiety. Now, with the Ten of Swords in the middle of the reading, you know, yes, there is something in your life that you must let go of, and you need to somewhat try and figure out how to heal from it. It can sometimes feel like a painful ending, but it's actually a blessing in disguise. And I mean, it's the nicest way to say it. We all go through moments in our life where a chapter of our life really it's not going to lead anywhere else. It's not going to go anywhere else. So we have to say goodbye to that so that we can open up new adventures and new possibilities, new opportunities. And the sun does come back in again. And we do see it because the sun is in your reading as well. So this is an ending that, although can be painful, is also something that's bringing in a new high vibrational energy. And number 8, the Strength card, again, being a major arcana card. This is about transformations. We can see the butterflies here. She's wearing a yellow dress for a reason. Again, no gender with the cards, but she is wearing a yellow dress because that is her solar plex chakra. It is her self-esteem. It is her confidence. And with the Strength card, it's showing that through transformation, which is in your current energies, you have the strength and you are protected as you go through this cycle change as well. Now, the sun is on your side here, all right? So, you know, we have number 19, the sun energy, and the sun is what revitalizes everything. It also helps with growth. So again, with the Three of Wands being the very first card, looking out, you're standing there, you've got your wand in your hand, and you've already set your plans in motion. So something you have set in motion, you're kind of waiting for results. And you're anxious. You know, there's anxiety that's building up there. But the sun is showing a positive flow of energy. And it's showing that things are changing and transforming in a positive way for you as well. So feel the beautiful vibration of the sun and feel positive that it's around you at this time. Number 9, the Hermit. This is Virgo energy. So we've got Leo energy, we've got Virgo energy, we've got a lot of Leo energy. So this is your time to shine. You know, for some of you, you really could feel like this is a joyous time for you. Even though you might be lacking in certain areas, there is still this element of joy around you. And the Hermit card being a Virgo card, it is about deep self-introspection. It's looking at yourself from the inside out. We all have a light inside of us, and sometimes that light shines bright, and sometimes that light seems to be on a dimmer switch and it seems to kind of be dimmering down. And when it dimmers and dimmers down, we feel like we're lacking something. So in order for us to kind of change our way of thinking, we need to isolate ourselves. We need to take some time out for ourselves, and it's nourishment for your body, your soul, your spirit, your mental health, your health on a whole, because this card is the universe encouraging you to get in touch with what the deeper meanings of your life are for you. And when we are fragmented in our energy because our world around us doesn't allow us to focus on ourselves a lot because we're too busy trying to handle everything around us, the Hermit card is, again, it's just an indication that it's time to focus on yourself, because inside there is this deep sense of wisdom and spiritual strength beyond no compare. And that's why the Intuition and Manifestation card is your first energy that's coming through. You can tap into the strengths of your spirituality with the Hermit card. Meditation is going to be a benefit for you, and it's going to help you to close out cycles in your life so that you can feel like that consciousness of lack is actually turning a corner for you. You know, and I want you to also pay attention to the fact that number 5, transformation, is also a number 5 in the consciousness of lack. This is the area of your life that's changing. So it's positive in the sense, it's never positive when we have to go through it, but it's a positive turn of events that's bringing something even better your way because you've got the Sun card. The Four of Cups here again is really feeling three cups of dissatisfaction. Something is not emotionally meeting your needs by any means, but there is the 1 cup of hope and that 1 cup of opportunity. And sometimes we're blinded by the opportunity because it's almost like we're going through a mourning period where we just can't seem to wrap ourselves around whatever it is that has been an emotional loss for us. But once we can put a close to that with the 10 of Swords, and once we can release that energy of anxiety and anxiousness and sleepless nights, we will be able to put to rest the things in life that aren't bringing us the joy, and we can start focusing on this huge cup, and it is a massive cup that is beaming with opportunity. All right, so you just have to open your eyes to that. But before you can do that, you have to do that self-exploration. That's where your positive energy and your whole vibration, whole energy and vibration changes. All right, that was a lot being said. Sometimes I feel like I rush through my readings because I know that it can be a little bit challenging when you have to sit through somebody talking and talking and talking. But you know, I also don't want to dismiss certain things. So you can always fast forward through the videos as well if you find you need to. But I want to pay special careful attention to this reading today because I think that the messages here are very important. All right, so Sagittarius, we're going to start with that 3 of Wands because I know I am Sun Sagittarius and I do have Sagittarius placements in my chart, so I connect with your energy very much. And I have been feeling, and I don't know, and maybe you can also comment on this, but I've been feeling a real change in my energy levels lately. I have been extremely tired, and I feel like my energy level has just been pulling away from me, and I don't know why, because I'm very blessed and I'm very thankful for a lot of things in my life. But for some reason, honestly, I'm at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm ready for a nap, and I don't know where this is coming from. This has never been my energy. I don't know if it's the universe, it's the astrological elements that are happening around us. It's life on whole. But if you've been feeling that way, let me know. I can certainly empathize with what you're going through if that's the case. 3 of Wands, let's find out, because I do feel like that there is a lot of things in the distance that are going to be, they're almost like your wishes, your dreams, your hopes, the things that you've been working towards. Find out. And you've got the 8 of Swords. So the 8 of Swords is really that consciousness of lack as well. It's also feeling a little bit trapped. You feel like something is holding you back from achieving what is meant for you. The ships are wanting to come in and you've put your plans in motion, but the 8 of Swords is your own ability to almost sabotage your own plans. There's something that is making you feel trapped or making you feel blocked from achievement. And it doesn't fare well for us in a healthy way, because it plays with our mind, because swords are all the mental suits. So again, the 8 of Swords could be your thought processes towards what you are striving to achieve in your life. And when the 8 of Swords comes into play in your messages, it really is, you feel almost blindfolded, like that you can't seek clarity, you can't sort of see beyond, because there's something that is forcing you in a position that you just don't want to be in. And there is an easy solution, and I think a lot of it takes strength, and it takes, again, positive energy to release yourself from those swords that seem to be blocking that energy. Something's blocking the energy from you for feeling that you can progress forward. Let's find out with the Queen of Coins. So we've got a couple of 9s in your reading. You've got a couple of 8s in your reading. And you certainly have 3 5s in your reading. So there's change for sure. The Hanged Man, ruled by Neptune, the planet Neptune. So Neptune is linked to Pisces. This is the Hanged Man. Again, no gender. Feeling like you're sacrificing. So there are sacrifices that you feel that you're always having to make, and those sacrifices cause delays in your plans. And you could be feeling like there is delays. You feel like you're hanging in suspension here. It's almost like you're waiting and waiting and waiting for that sort of green light that's going to show you the path to stability. And sometimes with the Hanged Man, it is a delay that is necessary, because it's almost like we have to change our perception on something. And it could be, we're so focused on an outcome that in the midst of everything, we're not, taking each step along the way as a win. We're looking only at the outcome. And that can be discouraging. I think there needs to be a perspective change, and I think the universe is really trying, and your angels are trying to say, maybe try and look at your situation from a different view. Because if you do, and you're looking at primarily your stability here, stability in relationships, stability with finances, stability with your job, if you look at it from a new perspective, you will be able to release whatever those fears are. This is the fear of feeling trapped, and it is a fear. And remember, fears are not real. However, they can consume us. So we have to figure out how we can let those go. But I feel like a time or a little bit of a delay is going to help you see things more clearly, because you're going to look at them completely different. And the 5 of Coins, let's find out. Because, I think a lot of the time, Sagittarius, as much as you are a social being and you love to be out there, I think you also find that there's times that you really do, you seek that time alone, that time to, meditate, that time to really feel a connection with your own inner being. And you know, that could be how you're feeling at this time too. But the Four of Swords is showing this is a retreat, and you know, it really is a healing card. So I feel like that you are going through the healing process where the Five of Coins is concerned. Fours are all about stability as well. They are about manifestations, all right, and they are about structure. So I feel like, again, where there have maybe been some, you've been lacking in energy, you've been lacking in positivity, you've been feeling a little bit out of sorts because you've been lacking something. The Four of Swords is again, your angels and your spiritual guides are saying it's time for you to focus on your inner strength, because your inner strength is going to help you feel stronger, right? It's the inner strength, taking care of our inner needs, right? Taking care of our inner soul is going to help us as we go through these transitions. And again, when we are going through major transformations in our life and lots of cycle changes, it is going to require us to be the healthiest mentally, physically, spiritually that we possibly can be, and emotionally as well. And the Four of Swords is saying it's time to take a rest, it's time to take a retreat, and it's time to focus on that first. The Nine of Swords, how we release this anxiety, and how do we do that? What is going to be the element that comes into play that helps us not feel this great sense of anxiety? And the Eight of Pentacles, you could be starting something new. Again, it could be the anxiousness of starting something new. The Eight of Pentacles is working towards your financial goals. You put a lot of detail and you put a lot of hard work into everything that you do. And in fact, this can be seen sort of like as an apprentice card. But it being the Eight of Pentacles, you know, we've got numbers 1 to 10. You are really achieving success here. And I think that you're anxious about it because I think that you're putting a lot of your energy, your time, you're putting your every bit of being into something here. And you're really, I think, anxious as to what the results are going to be. What is the end? What does the end look like? And it's creating that little bit of stress because you, again, are focusing so much on something that you are really putting all of your energy into. And again, it could be a job, it could be a relationship, it could be an investment of some sort. But it really is, again, a lot to do with the anxiety that is around this is the fact that you are maybe burning the candle at both ends too. You know, you're putting so much emphasis on the hard work that another part of your life is lacking. So whether that's your love life that's lacking, or whether that is your spiritual part of your life, or it could be even that you're just not paying enough attention to what your body is saying to you. You know, time to get some sleep, because hard work, the hard work, you're not going to stop your goals there. You're going to continue on with that, but you have to balance things out. Moderation. 10 of Swords, we've got something that's coming to an end there. So let's find out what comes to an end. We got 3 8s in your reading now, so 888. We've got 555 and 888. See, Spirit Angels, Guides. We've got the 10 of Swords in the middle of the reading here. What would you like to share with the 10 of Swords? Oh, well, that's perfect. So nice to see. So after a period of letting go, all right, so we're going to be letting go of something. And, you know, she really is with her hand. She is making sort of that blessings symbol with her hand. And it's like, you know, as painful as it is to see something end, it's almost really a hope. It's a hope and a blessing. And that really shows with number 17, the Star card. And this is Aquarius energy. And I really feel like you're reaching up for the stars. You're feeling like you're regaining your focus. You're regaining your strength. And this is really your wishes really becoming more aligned and more in tune with what it is you truly want. This Star card couldn't come at a better time in this reading, and especially to clarify the 10 of Swords, because when something ends, we want to heal from it. And this is showing that the healing energies and the powers of that healing are going to align with what you truly, you know, what you truly want to manifest and bring to light as well. So that's perfect, a perfect card to clarify that. Now let's find out with the Strength card. spirit, angels, guides, strength, and you got the Judgment. So again, you're going through a major transformation because the Judgment card is all about transformations as well. And you know, the Judgment is about reviewing things because we almost feel like we're judging ourselves. And the reason we're putting ourselves through this transformational period is because there is an area of our life that we know that we have to sort of put to a close because there is a rebirth or a renewal that is taking place. You know, so there is a renewal here with number 20, the Judgment card. And again, I think you can see that the light is beaming down on you here. There is a lot of strength and protection around you during this transformational period. And, you know, your confidence is there. You don't ever lack in confidence, which is amazing. But this Judgment period is just an indication that you are going through a complete cycle change. And I think this could be why, I know personally why I think my energy levels have been feeling depleted, is because I am going through a massive transformation. Now, the Sun card is going to be that revitalized energy. It's going to, and again, I think you will start to feel the benefits of the sun as it beams down on you as well. Let's see here. So we've got the beautiful Sun card, Spirit, Angels, Guides for Sagittarius. And you have got, yes, so you see number 8, the 8 of Chalices is it's time for you to emotionally move on. And I think that you're going to find the strength to do that. The Sun is going to help you find the positive ways to move on. You're going to move on because there is a new beginning that is waiting for you. And it's a new beginning that could be a little bit more adventurous. It also, this being ruled by Uranus, the Uranus is also linked to the Star card, which is the Aquarius energy. This has a lot to do with infinite possibilities, unexpected turns of events. And I feel like it's almost, you're able to let go of something emotionally that hasn't been working for you. You know it's time to move on. The Sun is what is bringing you the positive force of energy to do that. And there's going to be an unexpected turn of events. I feel like with the Fool energy, there is unlimited potential here. But, you know, you're almost really on the edge of a cliff, ready to make some new changes in your life. And I think that this is the beginning of a whole new venture for you. And it's something that may have some twists and turns in it, but it's almost as if it revitalizes your energy. And I just want to reiterate as well, with the 8 of Cups, it takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of strength to, first of all, recognize that there's an area of your life that's lacking something emotionally for you, whether, again, it's a link to your job or your finances or your stability or a partner or a friend or a family member, whatever the case may be. But when you can actually face that and accept that maybe that's just not going to change and you have the strength to move on from that, you are putting yourself in a position of creating a whole new beginning for yourself. And I feel like it's a positive turn of events for you, especially coming up with the Sun. All right, the Hermit card. Let's find out what's happening with the beautiful Hermit card here, the Virgo energy. Really doing some deep soul searching, and the 8 of Wands. And I think that what you'll find is that by doing that deep soul searching and finding that light that shines within you, you're going to find that you will receive some very positive messages from doing a little bit of that taking some time out for yourself. The 8 of Wands, you got a lot of 8s in your reading. I want you to keep that in mind because 8s, even though you've got lots of 5s too, 8s seem to be overruling a lot of the new numbers that are coming through this week. But the 8 of Wands is positive movement forward. It is messages that are coming in, and they could be coming in at rapid speeds. But I think that the reason that the element of this quick, fast-paced movement is coming into play is because you're taking some time out for yourself, and because you're able to clear your mind, and you're taking that time out to do that, the messages are coming in clearer and the messages are coming in that much quicker, allowing you to feel great sense of positivity as you start to venture into something new. So there's a lot of positive things happening there for you. Now the 4 of Cups. We need to stop focusing on the 3 cups that have caused sadness or a depletion in our energy, making us feel bored, because there's an opportunity that is really trying to get our attention, and we're just right now, we're just in a state where we just don't want to recognize it. The 9 of Wands shows that you don't give up. All right. So even though you go through some emotional ups and downs with life and the challenges that it presents, the 9 of Wands shows your incredible fortitude, your incredible strength, your ability to protect yourself and those around you, to build fences and boundaries if necessary. And that in the midst of any type of challenges, whether they're emotional, physical, spiritual challenges, whatever those may be, you never give up, all right? You keep moving forward. And I want to get one more card. I would like another card for this 9 of Wands, please. Spirit, angels, guides for the beautiful sign Sagittarius. And again, the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is the clarity. When we finally receive clarity, it really helps us to move forward as well. And I feel like the Knight of Swords is coming up in this reading because it's showing you also too that this period of those 3 of cups that seem to be knocked over, I think that you're going to heal from that quite quickly. I think that you are in the midst of protecting yourself and going for something. And I feel like you have some sort of clarity on your side. And that is the clarity that's going to break through, and it's going to show you that cup that is the opportunity that's waiting. All right. Let's get into your career, money, finance. Again, those of you are working in careers, this might make a little bit more, this might connect with you a little bit more, but also too, not all of us are in careers at this point in our life. Some of us have retired, or some of us are just in different levels of our life. So let's just see what the angels would like to share with career, money, and finance. Money. The money matters. What is money matters around us right now for Sagittarius? Spirit, angels, guides. Okay. For some of you, it is an investment. Something you are investing in. Let's see. And do we have any more? I think that is it. Those are the 2 messages for you. And the first one here actually was investment. So it says invest in your education and make some big plans for the future. Take calculated risks, but save something to fall back on. Sometimes those calculated risks too can be the new beginnings. You could be, again, venturing into something. You're ready to invest something for your future. And that 8 of Pentacles, that again could also be part of that investment. Whether you're investing into your education, or maybe you're investing into a new job, you're investing into a new way of earning money, this is definitely a positive reinforcement for that investment. And then you are in a power position. It says you're being promoted or called to lead. Time to step into your sovereignty and guide others with compassion. So again, you're taking a powerful position and a powerful stance in your life, and this is you. If you are, taking a powerful position in your life doesn't always necessarily mean that you're going through a job change or that you're leveling up in a job. And for some of you, it could very well be that way. You're investing into more education because you're putting yourself in that powerful position. But for some of you too, you could just be educating yourself more about the investment opportunities that are around you right now, and you are taking the lead. You are acquiring professional assistance because you are changing the whole dynamic of your stability as well. All right, Sagittarius, let's now get your additional angel message here. A special angel message specifically for you, Sagittarius. Something that the angels, spirit guides would like to share with you. And there we go. And you got receive. All right, so it says, you are a kind and loving soul who constantly reaches out and gives to others. But now it's time for you to learn how to graciously receive. Just as with the ebb and flow of the tides, the art of giving and receiving is the natural law and order of the universe. So this is your time to be on the receiving end. And I think that you're going to see that messages are starting to come in for you that are opening up your mind and opening up your thought process to be able to receive. Because again, you've been constantly giving to others. Now it's time for that energy to be reciprocated. All right, we're going to get ready here to close out your reading. So we're going to do that with the angel number and what that angel number means for you as well. So I want you definitely to keep in mind 5s for sure. But 8s are definitely a huge indication as to what's going on in your life right now. 8s are about mastery. They're about taking that action, and they are about accomplishment. So just know that you are on the right track here. So let's see. And you got number 77. All right, so number 7, beautiful angel number. 7s are about reflection, assessment. They're about knowledge. It could be your knowledge with your own spirituality right now. We're seeing you started with the spirituality card. With the intuition and manifestation, number 3 spirit, and now they are reiterating to you that number 77 about spirituality is another huge indication as to where you may be, where your calling is at this time. So this here is coming up in your reading because it's wanting you to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life. The cycles are encouraging you to strengthen your relationship with the divine. You are also being urged to communicate with your lost loved ones, spirit guides, and angels, and ask for assistance when required. No request goes unanswered, and no request is too big or small. And the professional assistance, again, is kind of linked to the 7s as well. Number 7 people and number 77 spirituality. The professional assistance could be you connecting with your spiritual loved ones that have passed on. That could be why the loss is in your cards here under your current energies. But that could be almost like a path of healing as well. Now the affirmation with this is, my relationship with the divine is my path to inner peace. Number 77. Sagittarius, I want to thank you so very much for sitting through this reading with me. I know it went a little long, but I do appreciate all your love and support. And until next time, sending love, light, and positive vibes.